welcome here. On All Saints Sunday, I'm looking at the alternative readings, Matthew chapter 5, verses 1 through 12, the Beatitudes. Jesus has just come down from a time of prayer and quiet and offers this set of instructions, really, an encouragement to those who are interested in what he has to say, to enter the life of holiness. And this really is the calling of all those who are interested in spiritual matters, probably from every religion, although I don't want to speak too strongly about that. That's not my expertise at all. But certainly in Christian terms, this is what the deep calling to you is, to become a holy person. First, you have to lose any ideas of what holy people look like, because this one will be you and different, and also absolutely let go of any idea that that's going to make you super, super glorious. What Jesus says is it will make you happy as you open yourself up to this blessing that's only possible to discern in this sort of way. So we start with the poor in spirit. This is exactly not cowardice, fear, a cringing subjection to the way people push other people around. Poverty of spirit is actually a grace. It's a grace-filled way of being. The self is emptied and the Christ comes to fill that place. To be poor in spirit is to be humble, not seeking to be seen to be wonderful, nor thinking too badly of the self in a reverse kind of attitude. Humble and able to deny the false self, the self that is ego-driven, and instead nurture the true self, the being that one is. It is the first of the Christian graces, and the kingdom of heaven is opened to them, to you. Next we come to the happy mourner. This is grace-filled mourning, sometimes penitential, mourning our own failings, sometimes mourning the failings of others, a sort of godly sorrow. Deep mourning brings a solemnity to life and life's tribulations and issues. The person who mourns graciously is a serious person. And the comfort follows their clarity, their courage in looking into that which is challenging and sad. The meek are blessed, slow to anger and of great goodness, like God's self. And this quality, another grace, brings with it health and comfort, safety, and often also wealth, as turbulence is avoided. That's what is meant by an inheritance of the land. Standing in a way like a strong tree, while all the turbulent winds and seasons come and go around it. It is the inheritor of the earth. Blessed are those who search after righteousness, who really have a hunger for it, because they will be satisfied. Again, this thirsting after holiness and righteousness brings with it in its wake more and deeper understanding, a more and deeper way of being, more natural in the world and in your life. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. The merciful are the compassionate, and while it doesn't seem on the face of it logical that those who are most compassionate receive the most compassion, in fact they're often rather derided or preyed on or pushed around, aren't they? That it doesn't seem to follow. But like most spiritual work, those who live out compassion find the well of compassion, the true well of compassion, which is not just their open heart, but the open heart of God. There's a direct link. And so they find this mercy, even amongst what we're going to say in a minute, might be persecution. The pure in heart see God, Jesus says. So they are open to God's very presence. Like Moses, like Jesus, they sense God close. They are living in God's realm. They are happy and content, spacious, clear, loving. Peacemakers are the children of God. They again bring with them God's grace in their way of being, and the grace that has been afforded them and the holiness they have worked towards in their life, in their way of being, brings the peacemaker out in them. They are children of God. They are going about clearly discernible as agents, children, progeny of God. These last two are harder. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, and blessed are you when people revile you, persecute you, slander you on account of your faith, on account of your attempt to live this holy life. So how are these blessings? Because we've finally reached the point at which, in a way, the hens come home to roost, don't they? All these lovely qualities of humility and compassion, sorrowing and searching for righteousness, come home face to face with the alternative way of being, the cruelty, the hunger for power, the desire to dominate, and just the simple desire to satisfy desires constantly. Jesus says, well, it's happened before, and you can see this. It's happened to other people who you really admire and know to have been in the God way, the great prophets, for example, Jeremiah, Isaiah. But at this point, where these things happen, if they happen to you, there is a clarity and a strength in the holiness that you have lived into that is a great blessing. It really isn't it doesn't affect you in the same way it would if you hadn't done that work. So a call to saintliness, a call to holiness, a call to following Jesus, listening carefully, attending to what he says. Many, many blessings on you this week. Amen.